All right. So I recently picked up this 1994 or 95. I can't remember. 95 Collector's Choice SE Edition. Main reason I picked it up is I wanted to look for the Jordan. There's also there's a Jordan card of his in here, and also a couple early Jeters that I'm hoping for. So not too expensive of a box either, so thought I'd go for it. All right. So there's going to be potentially some silver and gold signature inserts in here as well. Not actual autographs, but still pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to open up these fairly quickly. And then we'll see what we can get. All right. I should have a fair amount of PC guys in here as well. So that'll be cool. So yeah, a lot of my PC players are Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken. I don't think there's a Nolan Ryan. But I'm also going to be going through all my cards soon and kind of really trying to do a good job of sorting through everything to kind of separate out the common players and then the like Hall of Fame type players and keep those separate. I haven't really done a good job of that with my collection. And then kind of some of the bigger stars of now. So yeah, hopefully I get some of the players I'm looking for in here. Like I said, the biggest one is Jeter and the Michael Jordan. Would be my hope. There's a nice Griffey that I'll be going through in a bit. So that's pretty sweet. A lot of Matt Williams cards in here. I think that's like the fourth one that I've seen on the top of the pack so far. These are going to be all sorts of every which way when I go through them, I'm sure. So all right, we are one more stack of cards to open, and and here we go. All right, got the Jeter I was looking for. That's pretty awesome. I know there's not a ton of value with it, but I'm definitely excited for that. I've been having a tough time opening up boxes and getting the cards I've been looking for, getting anything of value in some of like the blaster boxes and things like that. So I'm pretty excited to see a card that I was actually looking for. All right. So we're going to start opening and looking through and see what we got. So Jimmy Keys, the first card. Got a Jose Silva rookie. Got a blue Paul O'Neill. Got a blue Paul Molitor, and that is a PC card for me. So that is pretty awesome. We got a fantasy team Kenny Lofton, a stat leader Matt Williams, Bob Tewksbury, Jason Beret. We got our first silver, which is a Danny Jackson. We got a Jim Thome. That's a Hall of Famer. So I'm going to keep these separately. Not somebody that I PC, but again, like I said, I'm kind of looking to go through my collection soon here. There's a Tony Gwynn. Matt Williams, Wally Joyner. There's a Larry Walker. It could be a Hall of Famer. I don't know if he's in there yet. A stat leader, Lee Smith. A Jeff Bagwell. There's an Ozzie Smith, and it's a silver signature one. Pretty cool. Todd Zeile. A Ricky Henderson. Roberto Kelly. Moises Alou. There's a Mike Mussina. Dwayne Singleton. There's a Cal Ripken Jr. Pretty cool. John Valentine and Eddie Murray. Tom Glavine. And that is a silver signature card. Kenny Lofton and Ozzie Guillen. And on the back is a Cal Eldred. Stuck together. And we got a Zane Smith, Ruben Sierra, a Brian L. Hunter, and a Rod Beck. All right, so now we got Phil Plantier, Roger Clemens, a Juan Gonzalez, Tino Martinez, Mark Grace, which might be a... Oh, no. Mark Grace, Mariano Duncan, a stats leader, Tony Gwynn, a Randy Johnson, Will Clark, Jose Rio, Bob Hamlin. There's a silver All-Stars, Cal Ripken with the silver signature. Paul Shuey, Matt Williams, Andy Van Slyke, a Sean Green, a stat leader card of Greg Maddux, another one of my PC players. Oh. I gotta go through here because I missed another Cal Ripken. There we go. All right. So we got Jimmy Key. We got a Dave Nielsen and a Joe Carter. Got a Bip Roberts. Tim Salmon. Mark Portugal. And that's a silver. Scott Cooper. A rookie class Stephen Dunn. A rookie class Hubert Perry. Bobby Bonilla. Jeff Conine. Jim Larritz. Kevin Tapani, Tim Wallich, Danny Tartable, Orlando Merced, and that's a silver. Marquise Grissom, Mike Greenwell, Bill Swift, Mike Lieberthal. All right, let's see. Robert Perez, a Charles Johnson, Kenny Lofton, Kent Herbeck, Kenny Rogers, another Dave Nielsen, which I thought it was going to be a silver. A Wade Boggs, the Yankees uniform. Jose Valentin, another Charles Johnson. Kevin Mitchell, Goose Gossage. Wow, he played until 1995. That's pretty impressive. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer or not. Armando Benitez, Marquise Grissom, a Pedro Martinez, young Pedro, Mickey Tettleton, and that's a silver, Shane Mack, a Brett Butler, Ricky Bonas, Delino Del Shields, another Bobby Bonilla, a Doug Jones. Remember when Doug Jones played for the Brewers? He had like a 60-mile-an-hour pitch. There's the Jeter. That is awesome. With Troy Hawkins. Orlando Merced. Another Mike Mussina. Fred McGriff, the crime dog, and that's a silver. Jason Jacome. Sean Dunston. Back-to-back Sean Dunstons. Todd Hollandsworth. A Andres Galarraga, Terry Steinbach, and Benito Santiago in that first stack. All right, let's see who we can find in the second one. So we got a rookie class, Orlando Miller. We got a Tony Gwynn, Ben McDonald, a fantasy team with Barry Bonds, and it's a silver. Another Lee Smith, another Ozzie Smith. Wilson Alvarez, Pat Rapp, a Dennis Eckersley, Eddie Murray, a Kenny Lofton, Jeff Conine, Larry Walker, Derek May, another fantasy team with Kenny Lofton, Scott Erickson, a Roger Clemens, Carlos Garcia, a Jimmy Key. We got a rookie class, Jose Silva, with a silver signature, I believe. A Russ Davis, Rusty Greer, Jeff Montgomery, Brian Hunter, Mike Stanley, a Dante Bichette, Cecil Fielder, with a Ramon Martinez, Orlando Merced, another Orlando Merced, a Joey Hamilton, silver, Sean Green, Jason Isringhausen, a Chuck Knobloch, and a Andres Galarraga. All right. Moises Alou, Chuck Knobloch, with Jay Bell on the back. David Justice with Randy Myers on the back. Pat Rapp in the silver. Another Pat Rapp right behind it. A Paul Molitor. Barry Larkin. 2 Hall of Famers. Ray McDavid. Another Ray McDavid. Ben McDonald. Dean Palmer. Steve Avery. Followed by another Steve Avery. Followed by a Julio Franco. This one is a silver signature. Bernard Gilkey. Derek May. Danny Jackson. Another PC guy of mine, Don Mattingly. Ken Hill, another Chuck Knobloch, another Jason Isringhausen. The Dave Winfield, Hall of Famer. Carlos Baerga, Scott Carsey, silver. Chuck Knobloch, David Cohn, a Jack McDowell, a Dennis Eckersley, Mark Clark, Mo Vaughn, Brett Barbary, a Jay Buhner, Carlos Baerga, and Darren Dalton. All right. Chuck Finley, Robin Ventura, Chris Gomez, Mike Stanley, Jay Bell, another Mo Vaughn, a Craig Biggio operating the camera, Russ Davis, Matt Williams, which is a silver, Rusty Greer, Orlando Miller, Travis Fryman, another Don Mattingly, Dante Bichette, Erickson, Felix Jose, an Oral Hershiser, Dennis Martinez, Derek Bell, Daryl Kyle, and that is a silver. Robbie Thompson, there's a Ken Griffey Jr., Alan Bennis, Juan Gonzalez, Brett Saberhagen, Rick Helling, Brady Anderson, Sean Dunston, Matt Mieske, a Fernando Valenzuela, Jose Rio, Terry Steinbach, and a Julio Franco. All right. So we got another Russ Davis. This time it's a silver. Frank Thomas. Sammy Sosa with Mark Portugal on it. A Kenny Rogers. A Craig Biggio Fantasy. Greg Jeffries, Dave Need, Juan Gonzalez, William Van whatever, Brett Saberhagen, Lou, Robert Perez, Raul Mondesi, Darren Lewis, Daryl Kyle, Kevin Tapani, Jeff Bagwell, Fantasy Team, Albert Bell, Ron Gant, Ruben Sierra with a Jose Valentin, John Lieber, and that is a silver, Brian Hunter, Herbert Perry, there's a Frank Thomas, Todd Hollandsworth, Joey Hamilton, there's another Jimmy Key, followed by a Kirk Gibson. I'm not sure. I think he's in the Hall of Fame, but I gotta check. Gary Sheffield. Chris Hoyles. Dennis Eckersley. That's a silver. Delino DeShields. Juan Guzman. Brett Saberhagen. Another Matt Williams. There's a Ken Griffey Jr. All-Stars. Brian Anderson, Reggie Saunders, a Tony Gwynn is coming up. Rick Helling, a David Justice, and that's a silver. A Kirby Puckett, there we go. Like Kirby Puckett. Roberto Kelly, Bip Roberts, Pedro, another Pedro. Lenny Dykstra, Bob Hamlin, Chan Ho Park. Alright, let's see if we can hit the Jordan in here. That'd be nice. John Lieber. Man, I cannot get those cards separated here. There we go. Will Cordero. Fantasy team, and that's a silver. Jim Thome. Tino Martinez. Kenny Lofton. Andre Dawson. Pretty sure he's a Hall of Famer. There's Dion. Jeff Conine. Zane Smith. Derek Bell, Javi Lopez, Ray Langford, Kent Herbeck, Kenny Lofton, Bobby Munoz, Steve Treshel, Mike Lieberthal, a Orlando Miller silver, a Cal Ripken, Steve Dunn, another Jeff Bagwell, Jim Leyritz, Lee Smith, Charlie Hayes, Darren Dalton, a Ricky Henderson. There's a Reggie Sanders, silver. John Olerud, sorry. Matt Williams, Paul Shuey, Alex Fernandez, Doug Jones, another Matt Williams, another Greg Maddux, Ivan Rodriguez, Eric Karros, Mark Clark, that's a silver. Dennis Martinez, Sean Green, Juan Guzman, Armando Benitez, Terrell Wade, there's a Bo Jackson. That's a PC card of mine. Terry Steinbach. There's a Matt Williams, another silver Matt Williams. Here we go! There we go! The Jordan. Awesome. That is sweet. Dante Bichette, Tim Salmon, Fernando Valenzuela, Lenny Dykstra, Dean Palmer. Oh man, now I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Alright. That's awesome. Jose Silva, Dwayne Singletary, Rick Aguilera, Kevin Mitchell. We got a checklist with Ken Griffey Jr. on the front. Randy Johnson, Cecil Fielder, and that's a silver. John Huter, Mark Clark, Chuck Finley, Will Clark, another Pedro Martinez, Bob Hamlin, Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon, Juan Guzman, Jose Oliva, Tony Phillips, Marvin Freeman, Ryan Klesko, Andy Van Slyke, Andy Bennis, Eddie Williams, Frank Thomas, Roberto Alomar, Ruben Sierra, Lenny Dykstra, a Kirk Gibson, another Griffey checklist, Cal Eldred, Mike McFarland, Derek May, and that is a silver, John Valentine, Bobby Munoz, all right, Bobby Jones, a Raul Mondesi, Barry Bonds, Roberto Kelly, Andre Dawson, Jeff Bagwell, Dave Nielsen, another silver. I think I've gotten 2 silvers of his. Walt Weiss, Ken Caminetti, Wally Joyner, John Lieber, Aaron Seeley, Frank Thomas, Manny Ramirez, and that's a all rookie. I don't know if he's... Check to see if he was a another Jim Thome. He's been in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's been retired long enough. There's a Jose Canseco silver. Oh, Dave Nielsen, Chris Gomez. There's a Mark McGuire. Paul O'Neill, Reggie Sanders. There's a Trevor Hoffman. Batting. Matt Williams, Tony Gwynn. Derek Bell, John Olerud. A fantasy, Craig Biggio. Kenny Rogers, Tim Walich. Felix Jose, Lou Whitaker. Travis Fryman, Joey Hamilton, Reggie Jefferson. All right, our last little stack here. Sorry for the long video. Terrell Wade, Ernie Young, Darren Dalton, Scott Cooper, Matt Williams, John Valentine, Brett Butler, Bob Tewksbury, Darryl Strawberry, Craig Biggio, Benito Santiago, and that's a silver. That's probably our last silver. Brett Boone, Bill Pulsiver, Paul Wilson, Pat Rapp, Phil Plantier, Will Cadero, Darryl Strawberry, that's a silver. Oh, there was one left. Dave Winfield, Darryl Kyle, Edgar Martinez, Dustin Hermanson, Alex Ochoa, Danny Jackson, Rod Beck, Barry Bonds, Brent Gates, Tim Walich, that's a silver, Mariano Duncan, Darren Lewis, Ben McDonald, Mark Portugal, and last card honors go to Hal Morris. So definitely successful. I got a lot of Hall of Famers. Got a lot of PC players for me. So definitely happy with this, and hit my Jordan and hit my Jeter. So I also have the single series of Collector's Choice from 95 as well to open up a little bit later. If you want, please check out my eBay page. It is BGM Cards 511. I will put it in the description. And please check it out. Thank you. Have a great night.